Hey folks, welcome back to Biscuits Total War. The grass is green, the sun is out, and we're on the grassy flatlands doing a 3 versus 3 31k rolls on the illustrious Rome Total War. Now, this replay is actually probably a month or so old, and the reason being it's a month or so old. I probably actually haven't been online playing any Rome Total War for some time. I'm just really catching up, recording a few videos, and if I've got a bit of time, I'll jump online. So this is actually a replay. I think it was from about January or so, and it stars, of course, myself using the Scipii. I'm playing alongside one of the Murphy brothers, a guy called Indi, and then last but not least, Jong Li. Now this, although his name says Jong Li, it's not the Korean dictator, and it's not actually Jong Li, the Rome Total War player. It's actually SR, and the reason why you can tell it's SR because A, he's brought the Egyptians, and he's also gone for his kind of SR formation. Now I like to think of this as a bit of a fishing formation, and I'll explain why in a moment. We're going to be going up against some A-class players, some AAA rated 31k players. We've got Titans Mohamed, doesn't need any introduction. We've also got Titans Beast, playing underneath the name of Kel'Thuzad, and then we've also got a really good Brotherhood member, Cormac. So 3 versus 3, let's quickly outline the builds, the formations, and we'll get started. So what I've gone for is really heavy infantry build, and that's because my ally is using the Egyptians. The Egyptians won't have too many infantry units, but they'll have decent cav and decent archers. So to make sure we're all balanced out, I've gone for extra infantry units. And what I've gone for is 3 Praetorian cav, 1 Legionary First cohort to help boost the morale of all my infantry, and then the rest urban cohort. Let's have a look at Indi. Indi's gone for the Brutii faction, really standard build, and that is going to be an all-round 14 urban cohort and 6 Praetorian cohort. Now, so Praetorian cav. Let's have a look at SR's build. SR has gone for his, I don't know if it's a standard Egyptian formation he uses, or standard formation, or build even, but he's gone for 5 standard chariots, he's gone for 5 pikemen, 1 chariot archer here in the background, and then the rest archers. But if you have a look at his formation, the reason why I say it's like fishing, SR always kind of sends some infantry or maybe even some archers as bait, and you can see, look, there's a semicircle, an arch formation of archers. So if somebody comes in here, basically all of his archers will be able to fire him. Also, what he tends to sometimes use is uses infantry as bait. So these units, although they're no Spartans, they're no Royal Pikemen, they have got a lot of upgrades on, and you'll be surprised actually how long these infantry units hold, and that will give them time to shoot with his Pharaoh's bowman, which are really good, and also envelop and surround on the chariots. Once the chariots get into close proximity of the enemy, it's going to drop down their morale because they will have a fear factor, these chariots, and therefore make the opponent's units less effective when it comes to fighting and easier to rout. So chariots are really good. It's not very easy to use them with 31k because you do need to skirmish a lot, but that's one thing that SR is pretty damn good at, and that is the old skirmishing on 31k. With myself, I'm not a massive skirmisher. When it comes to skirmishing, I usually think of CWB rules. I like 31k because I like to get in there with my infantry and try and destroy as many units as I possibly can. I like to try and play aggressively. When I think of CWB, I think of fishing, I think of people taking their time. You know, when it comes to 31k, an average 31k player, if they're going to go out fishing, more than likely we're going to stick a bunch of dynamite in the river and get the fish that way, rather than taking our time and waiting for the fish to bite. I don't have the patience of a good CWB player. I just like to get in there, attack, and do my stuff. So enough of that, let's have a look at the enemy. Cormac has gone for 6 Praetorian cav, 14 urbans, so mirroring exactly what Indi's gone for. Likewise with Mohamed, he's gone for the exactly same build, 6 Praetorian cav and then 14 urbans. And then if we have a look at Titans Beast, it's gone for a nice balanced build actually. It's gone for 6 companion cav, so they've got plenty of cav. He's also gone for 4 Cretan archers and therefore 10 pikemen. So let's start the battle. Let's see exactly what happens. Now, opening gambit, of course, Mohamed, Beast, they like to play extremely aggressively, and you'll see exactly what will happen. You'll see that they're going to charge in their infantry, they're going to charge in their cav, and what they're going to go for is going to go for the bait. As I say, it's like fishing. SR sent forward some of his units here. Now the upgrades on these guys are only gold, I believe. I could be mistaken. But what's happened is he sent his units forward. Now all of these Praetorian cohort, Praetorian cav, are going to go for the bait. They're going to try and run down these archers. Now that's going to give SR lots of time now to loose fire all of these archers into the Praetorian cav. Praetorian cav are now going to stop. Some actually going to attack the archers, but that's going to give us more and more time to shoot down these units. Now in the meantime, Beast is sending his pikes over here to try and support. As you can see, there's a mad rush going on. We've got the Julii, we've got Beast. Everyone is pushing forward aggressively on SR. I'm trying to move my infantry units over to support. I've peeled off my 3 cav units here, and that's really just to chase down these archers. I don't want these archers getting lots of cheeky kills on my unit. I'm going to send everyone over here to support. Indi's running, everyone's trying to come over here to support. So literally all 3 players are trying to gang up on SR at the moment. You can see they're sending in all of their infantry, all of their cav come down this flank here. SR's taking a heavy pounding at the moment. Mohamed's put his cav into guard mode, and that's to try and nullify these chariots here. But we have managed to get a few archers around the flank here. But just check out just the pure weight of infantry units about to smack straight into SR. So look, in comes all of these units here. They're going to charge everything they've got into these 1, 2, 3, 4 Pharaoh's bowmen. Now my infantry units are now eventually coming, and now Indi's units eventually coming. Now what Indi's going to do is a really nice move here. He's going to move his infantry over to this flank here, because you can see, look, Mohamed's got all of his guys around the flank here. I'm going to send my guys into this flank, and we're just going to pray that these pike units can just hold their ground whilst we're getting into formation. But just check out all of Mohamed's infantry units, and look, just check out this one pike unit is managing to hold back all of these units here. It just shows how good Pharaoh's pikemen can be with the right amount of upgrades. But look, they haven't routed. Mohamed's units have been snagged up here, and that's just given us plenty of time here to get Indi's guys into formation. Indi's going to come in. Now Mohamed should really peel off his guys here and send them all the way down here just to try and free up Cormac's guys. I'm now going to send in all of my infantry here, and that's just really to make sure that SR's general doesn't die, because SR's general is right here. I want to make sure that my infantry units are coming in support. Now my Beast is now going to send in his pike units, and he's going to make sure that my guys can't come in support. So he's going to put in all of his infantry units here to try and guard. And in the meantime, look, Mohamed is now going to go toe to toe with Indi. Indi's thankfully managed to pull back all of his infantry units, and now he's into formation. He's now able to throw Peeler and do a lot of damage. But that's exactly what Mohamed is doing as well. But Mohamed should really peel off some infantry and just try and come down this gap here. He was really making a bit of a blunder. He wants to come down and finish off SR, or even Beast needs to try and do something just to try and free up Cormac's infantry, because Cormac isn't really doing much at the moment. He's just giving SR lots of opportunity just to stand still and just poke at these guys with their long spears and try and take out a few of Cormac's guys. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to peel off my infantry into 2 segmentations. I've got one segment here dealing with Beast's units. This other segment's going to come out around the flank here, and we're going to chuck Peeler into these guys here. Now, Indi's doing a great job fighting Mohamed. Mohamed arguably is the better player, but look, we've managed to get back a few of these archer units, and the Chariots really scaring these Julii units. So at the very beginning of the battle, both Beast and both Mohamed and Cormac played exceptionally aggressively at the moment, but now we've managed to turn the table around. The hunter has now become the hunted. We've managed to surround these units, and just check out SR's infantry. They're still holding in there. Against all odds, they managed to defy these urban cohorts. It's only just now that they're starting to mount. Again, luckily SR's general is well and truly out of it. We don't want this general being caught up. But look, Beast is now going to get his guys into a defensive formation. Mohamed's now going to pull back his guys. That's going to give Indi and myself time just to really crank up the pressure on the enemy here. I'm going to charge in a little cav unit here just to try and free up some of the pressure on Indi's forces. Now, at the beginning of the battle, I had plenty of infantry. This infantry is now going to be used to full cost effectiveness. We're going to surround and look, all of Cormac's guys. I think these guys are in guard mode because they haven't really played aggressively. Now that all of these infantry units are now clumped up even, just check out SR's got all of his archers now. We're just going to really just shoot these rats in the barrel here. They've got nowhere to go. My urban cohort made a nice little surround here. What we're going to do now is just push straight in with our infantry units here. Slam straight into these pikes, because at the end of the day we're surrounding these guys. The Chariots are going to really scare the bejesus out of these pike units, and here we go. It's like cracking the nuts here. All our infantry units are now going into attack, and then that's going to pretty much just massacre out the entire forces of the Julii. Kill Mohamed, kill Beast, kill Cormac. It's only Beast General that was left there, but their general unit is now going to be fighting to the death. But it's going to massacre out. We've managed to crack this little new box. Just check out the weight of all of the Scipii forces coming in here. In comes the Charioteers, in comes Indi's cav unit, and it's just going to be an absolute carnage, absolute devastation. The poor Julii are going to be absolutely devastated, and the Macedonians, of course, have been absolutely slaughtered. Only thing that's left is a couple of Crescent archers here. Crescent archers to try and get some cheeky kills against my Praetorian cav. I can't kill all 4 units of these Cretans, but we've well and truly decimated all of the infantry there. Well played SR there. He managed to hold his line there, the infantry, and really well played Indi, of course. I don't think we communicated at all. We just basically read the battlefield perfectly. My guys went to one flank and Indi's guys went to the other flank. Unfortunately, Mohamed didn't manage to capitalise on the attack on SR. I thought maybe if he peeled off a few infantry units, he'd be able to crush the centre of SR's infantry and really try and isolate myself and Indi. But we managed to capitalise on their little mistake there, not spotting that one. And if you have a look at the kill count, myself, I got 1700 kills, Indi 1100, Jong Li, or aka SR, 1300 kills, Cormac 800, Mohamed 700, and Beast sadly only 600 kills. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that replay. Hadn't seen that battle for some time. Again, I've got a whole stack of replays which I really need to get onto the channel. There's some wins, there's some losers, there's some heroic victories, and there's some heroic losses. But I thought I'd put that one up there because it involved SR, it involved using his little fishing formation, which I'll try and go into a bit more detail probably in the latter videos to come up. And it also involved some classic Titans action. So guys, hope you enjoyed that. As always, don't forget to leave a little comment. Don't forget to leave a little thumbs up. And I'll catch you guys next for the next installment of Biscuits Total War on the channel. So thanks again for your time. Thanks for watching. And thanks so much for your support. Bye now.